Hi, today I'm going to show you how to add bookmarks and use the different features of bookmarks for people that use websites and access them often. The first thing I'll show you how to do is just to add a basic bookmark to your toolbar. So if this is a website, sitewords.com, it's a site that I use very often. So I'm going to want it to be in my toolbar here, my bookmarks bar. So I'm going to go up to bookmarks, I'm going to click, and I'm going to want to bookmark this page. This is kind of a long title, so I'm just going to shorten it to say sitewords.com. And there's different folder options here. I'm going to click here where it says other bookmarks, and I'm going to click bookmarks bar. And then I'm going to hit done. Now, technically it did add that site to my bookmarks bar. If you see here, I have a little bit of an overflow on my bookmarks bar. Can only fit about 8 sites or so up here. So if I want this to be one that's actually showing that I can see without having to click anything else, I can just simply hold this down with my mouse and drag it to one of these other spots in my bookmarks bar. So say I want it there. That last website that I had here, if I just click these 2 arrows and drop down, I can see that it's there. So I might want to consider putting this last website into a different folder, or I'll just know that it's there for a time that I want to access it. The next thing I want to show you is I'll add a different site. So that's the site in my bookmarks bar. Say I have a March Madness bracket and I want to be checking the scores for basketball often. So I have ESPN.com here. That's a personal site. Obviously, it has nothing to do with work. So I'm going to go back up to bookmarks, bookmark this page. It's ESPN. Okay, and I'll put it under personal sites. This is a folder I've already created, but say I want to, I'll just put it under here for now. So that would be a personal site, and then I'll click done. And so then I can go over here where it says other bookmarks. This is where all the other bookmarks are that are not in my bookmarks bar. I'll scroll down to where it says personal sites, and you see that last website says ESPN. So the next feature is adding a folder. So there's 2 ways to add a new folder. I can either, when I want to bookmark a page, and I hit bookmark this page, I can go click here to folder, go all the way down where it says choose another folder, and it'll open up this whole entire screen for me here. I can click new folder from here. I'll probably want the new folder under the other bookmark section, so I'll click new folder, and I'll call this test folder. And I'll click out of it. And if I want ESPN in my test folder, I'll make sure it's highlighted here in gray, and I'll hit save. Okay, so now I'll go back to my bookmarks, test folder, there's ESPN. Another way to add bookmarks and really manage your bookmarks in a much easier view is to go back up to bookmarks in the toolbar and hit bookmarks manager. And that opens up everything here. So I see all the websites in my bookmarks bar, which are here. I'm going to drop this down to other bookmarks. These are previous folders that I've created to organize different things. So like my reading sites, social stories that I have for my students, IEP and special ed websites, math websites, etc. And then of course I have my personal sites, doctor's offices, credit card bills, stuff like that. So here's my test folder. If I want to create a new folder, I can come over here to these 3 little dots, and I'm just going to click those dots, and I can put add new folder. And I'll write test folder number 2. Click save, and that actually just created a subfolder within my first test folder. You can create subfolders within a folder, but I want this folder to be on its own, standing on its own. So I'm going to hold down the mouse on the folder, and I'm going to just pull it back out of there, and I can move it to any order, any of these other bookmarks here. Okay. If I have, say I have a folder that I want to access all the time, and I don't want to scroll down to other bookmarks, I can click this folder and I can put it in under my bookmarks bar. So now, if I go up to my bookmarks bar here, I'm going to just drag this so you can see it. I'll put it here. So this is my bookmarks bar. So now I have, these are individual sites here, all these here. Now you can see the little folder tab here. I just added that entire phonics and vocab folder to my bookmarks bar. So now I can just drop down the menu and see all these different sites that I have saved here. I don't access those all the time, so I'm going to put this back here. So that's reordering folders. You can put folders in your bookmarks bar. You can have them all under your other bookmarks, or you can do subfolders within the bookmarks. If I want to delete a folder, I have test folder selected right now on a Mac. I'm not quite sure how to do this on other computers, but I'm just going to hold down the control key, right click, and I'm going to click delete. So then I go to the other test folder. If I just want to delete one site from there, I'm going to go over to these three dots on the right, hold down the control button again, and then just delete the website. Again, if I want to delete the whole folder, I'll come over to the folder, hold down the control button, right click, and delete the entire folder. This is a quick tutorial about bookmarks, but there are many different features. It's important if you use websites often to keep them organized, so folders are a great way to do that. Thank you for listening.